Good morning, friends. Woo! You don't know how exhausting it is being a failure. I fail so often and it hurts. It's exhausting. Um, I bring it upon myself. I don't blame anybody. I blame myself for being stupid. Um, I've got a thirst for adventure, and that it's like those people who climb mountains. I just want to go up there and see the view, and then they break their ankle and they die of hyperthermia. You know, they brought it upon themselves. Let me show you the damage this morning. That's my truck. Dented it. Look at this big ass dent. It's huge. And then when it was I could have prevented this bottom part of the dent. This dent happened, and yeah, I could have prevented the other part of the dent and knocking off RA of RAM. So what happened here was I was loading my car and I forgot to put the
moment I create damage
the chocks,
on the truck, watch the front window in the truck.
The tire chocks, so then it rolled forward into my truck.
There it just hit. I just fucking dented my car.
I actually thought about putting those tire chucks there. I couldn't sleep. Like, I woke up, I went to bed early so I could get up to do this before the heat got there. And just know, I fucking love procrastinating. I didn't want to do it. I'm like, oh, do it tomorrow, Wayne, not today. And I didn't want to get out of bed. I was just complaining, kvetching. And then, I don't know, about 7:30, I was like, all right, let's see what we can do. I thought to myself, well, just put half of it on the trailer. And so, yeah, I was just inspecting it. Yeah, so here's a picture of it in the, this is what I really, so this is when the damage happened. The damage happened because I wanted to scoot under the car and see. So I put down a piece of, there's like a good amount of space for me to scoot under the car. And I put down that painter's tarp. You didn't see it. But that's where it was rubbing. So you can even see some metal starting to melt. This wasn't broken before. This is a new crack. What happens is the muffler guys tweak this with force, and they bent it in the direction of the drive shaft, and then it split it. So they're going to have to cut it here and cut it there and put a new elbow on. That's the plan. I'm really grateful it's not my emergency brake stuff. I thought it could have been so much worse. Let me show you what I thought they did. I'm such a baby. I literally cry about everything. This heat. I was in air conditioning all day yesterday. Didn't suffer at all. But I acted like I was suffering. Here I am just in it, 85 degrees, no big deal. this here mechanism is above the drive shaft. I thought they had fucked it up. I thought the center bolt, like maybe right here or something, or no, somehow this mounts to the car, and I thought they tore it off. And this is why the parking brakes were making noise. It wasn't the parking brake making noise, it was the drive shaft. Well, I'm really grateful it doesn't go deeper. I looked at my subframe back there. It's in pretty decent shape. You can see little bits of rust on the subframe. I mean, that subframe is 30 or 92. It's 33 years old. Yeah. It'll last another 33 years. There's like a return diesel line. It was pretty corroded, but as long as nobody touches it, it might last another 33 years. I can't actually say why the sensor is on. Why is the ABS sensor coming on? That's new. I didn't notice any damage. I don't know. Hey, Gradient. My parking brakes do need to be adjusted. That's a for sure. I'm pretty sure it's self-adjust. It has to be self-adjusting. I'm just not going to worry about it for now. Nope, I'm going to go get it fixed. And I got a window I got to order. Let me show you the window. I got to order a tail light and that window. I had to break the window to get into my car. And then a second time, I had to break the taillight to get into the trunk. Like, this car is possessed. I don't believe in possession. So let me take that back. What role did I have in this? If I hadn't locked myself out of the car, I wouldn't have had to break the window. Let me tell you about breaking the window. It's a really good story. I'm in Wyoming. I just left like Casper, or I left Rawlings on the way to Casper. It's so gorgeous out there, and it's about a 200-mile drive. And I was kind of sleepy, so I pulled over and I'm going to take a nap at the side of the road. I thought, well, I probably should lock the cars just in case I'm sleeping and some creeps, you know, pull me out of the car or something. So I lock all the doors. And then when I get up, I awaken from my nap. I exit the driver's door unlocked, and I had the overheating problem, so I went to go make sure there was coolant in the car and stuff. And when I shut the driver's door, I was like, oh no. Even though it was unlocked, you couldn't open it. And there's something really intermittent about the driver's door open from the outside when it's unlocked. So when you pull the handle, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes it does work. And I think what's going on is there's a vacuum actuator that is pulling something. Well, my driver key is sitting right on the armrest and I'm staring at it. I'm like, no! My phone is in the fucking car, starting to sprinkle. I'm like, this is unbelievable. Like, I should have unlocked some of the other doors. I didn't. So it's my fault. Mm-hmm. Then, with the rear tail lamp, behind this tail lamp is the battery to the car. And I busted that whole thing out. I was in Casper at the friend I had made at his house, Judd, waiting for my parts to arrive, new radiator, which by the way is not what fixed the car. What fixed the car was the diesel line. I just learned that a week ago. But hoping the radiator will fix it. And I thought, I probably should disconnect the battery so I accidentally don't run it dry while I'm just sitting here. So I go in my trunk and I disconnect the battery and I shut the trunk. Pretty innocent, right? Oh no, not on the Mercedes, because that trunk button is fucking electronic. And with no electricity, no open sesame. So I locked myself out of the trunk, and then I had actually created the dead battery situation. So what was my role in this? I did it. Yeah. So I'm the person damaging everything. It's not easy to admit you make mistakes. Then I'm on the forums. How do you get into the trunk? I don't know that I'm locked out of the trunk. And they're like, well, you're locked out of the trunk. I'm like, what? The fuck? And under the footwell of the passenger, there's some electricity. And they're like, if you put electricity there, that should undo the trunk. But it didn't work. So then I busted out the tail lamp. I have all the pieces. Maybe I'll just super glue them together and call it a day. I'm so happy that it's not my emergency brakes that are fucked up. It's the, I didn't consider they had installed the exhaust and it was rubbing. Maybe I did the first day, but the second day I didn't. And I also noticed a new exhaust leak in the middle of the car, which is from what they did. Whatever. I really love this car because it's so good on my back. It's so comfortable. I'm not sure what's going on in the world right now. I'm trying to watch what I eat. I'm all real hungry right now. Four U.S. Army soldiers go missing in Lithuania during training. Where could they be? I can't believe we're probably about to go to war with Yemen and Iran. This isn't going to end well for us. Trump's starting another war on behalf of Israel, and obviously we knew he was going to do that. Nobody's surprised. The Trump administration, I'm gonna make an analogy. You know, in the winter time, and there's those pileups, and the cars are like, bam. They're like, oh no, here comes another one. Bam, bam, bam. It's like a 60 car pileup. That's what it's like watching Trump. We're just bystanders, and we're just watching all this destruction. But it makes me nervous. Like, someday that destruction could come our way. Oh, now it's 4 American soldiers found dead were reported carrying out a tactical training routine, training ground in Paybreed. Tactical training. They must have been playing with explosives. Well, my day got so much easier by not having to fix my car. Let's see how much it's going to cost me to go fix it in fuel. 120 miles divided by 12. 10 gallons. $40 in fuel. I could drive it there, but I don't want to create any more damage to the car. And the difference in fuel cost is $40 in gasoline or 25. It's $20 extra to drive the truck. Ooh, it's 50% more expensive to drive the truck. That's okay, it's worth it. Well, the Democratic Party are really being assholes lately. I mean, they're normally assholes, but they're losing their... Well, did they ever have grace? This guy, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, I can't believe they were using Signal. Oh, April 12th, The Simpsons have an episode of the cartoon where Trump dies. NATO leaders warn Russia to expect devastating reaction if it ever attacks Poland. Mm-hmm. Well, they say the CIA might have found the Ark of the Covenant. They were remote viewing it in 1988. Well, allegedly, like on some other shows, they're saying it's in like Ethiopia. Women can't be drafted. Women can vote to send their husbands, brothers, and sons to die in war. How does this make sense? It doesn't. Either draft women or take away the vote from women. Ooh, tornado risk in Washington and Oregon. Wow. That's highly unusual. Ooh. Arkansas has just made legal ivermectin over the counter. Yes, ivermectin, 12 milligrams over the counter now, Arkansas. So, if you need some, get your friend in Arkansas to mail you some. I'm just reading politically incorrect. Sorry if this is horribly boring. Unlike other channels, I've never claimed for my channel to be the best content. I just guarantee honesty. Pegasus is spying on the Trump administration. Tulsa Gabbard fired 100 intelligence officers over the messages in the chat tool. Good for her. I'm actually really proud of her. Doesn't. Okay, I feel like I'm out of news. Let me go to SF Gate, see what's up. Wow, iconic Berkeley home sells in 2 weeks at 101% over asking price. Wow. We're experiencing hyperinflation. The poor just got even more poor. This is a very old story. I mean, it's happened so many times before in the past. Well, I'm gonna make some coffee. I think that's it for today. Gradient, thanks for being here, man. Have a good day. Bye-bye.